I think my husband's having an affair in our camper van. My husband convinced me to buy a camper van during lockdown back in 2020, but I think I'm starting to regret the decision. My female intuition is telling me he's using it to get up to no good. We only really use the camper in the summer, but recently my husband, who works from home, seems to be spending more time there using it as an excuse to go on overnight work trips, or saying he uses it as his office, which is kind of plausible, I suppose. I haven't got any hard evidence, but I went in there the other day and there was a stench of female perfume, and it definitely wasn't mine. Should I be worried? Are camper van affairs a thing now? I think my husband's having an affair in our camper van. Update. Some of you might remember my post just over a week ago. I was suspicious my husband was having an affair in the camper van we bought a few years ago. I didn't have anything concrete to say he was definitely playing away, aside from the strong-smelling perfume when I walked in there a couple of weeks ago, and the fact that he was always using the camper as his office. Well, after my suspicions continued to eat away at me, I decided to do some investigating of my own on Saturday night while he was out with friends. And unfortunately, my worst fears were confirmed when I found sexy underwear that definitely wasn't mine stuffed in a drawer inside the camper. When my husband got home, I was standing in the doorway, lingerie in hand. After some initial denial, he tried to say he'd bought the underwear for me, which would have been believable if A, it still had the tags on, and B, if it was actually in my size. He finally admitted to having an affair. At one point, he got on his knees asking for my forgiveness and saying it was a one-off blah, blah, blah. The betrayal's cut deep, and I'm still trying to process everything. But after pouring my heart out to friends over the past couple of days, one in particular found herself in a similar situation and is actually going through a divorce at the moment. I've decided unconventional betrayal needs to be met with an unconventional reaction, and rather than wallow in pity, I'm taking matters into my own hands. Last night, after a few glasses of wine and with my soon-to-be divorced friend by my side, I signed up to a couple of married dating sites. One actually dubs itself the UK's leading married dating site. These things actually exist. Yes, I know, you shouldn't fight fire with fire, but this is about revenge, taking control and refusing to be the victim. I want him to feel exactly how I felt. If he thought he could get away with doing whatever he was doing in our camper van, right under my nose without any consequences, he's got another thing coming.